me again for the first of today's country, first being Libya. And yeah, here we go with starting off with history. Sorry, I need to wash what I've just eaten down. At first, Libya was inhabited by Berber tribes, and in 1000 BC, a people from Lebanon called the Phoenicians settled what is now Tripolitania, which is essentially western Libya, and he founded Tripoli, which I think is in Tunisia, I think. Most of the ancient Greeks settled in Cyrenaica, which was eastern Libya. Later both areas of Libya became part of the Roman Empire, and a Roman emperor called Septimus Severus from 193 to 211 was a native of the city of Leptis, married in what is now Roman Libya, and unfortunately Leptis Magna was severely damaged by an earthquake in 365. And in the 4th century the Roman Empire split in two, with Cyrenaica becoming part of the Eastern Roman Empire known as the Byzantine Empire, while Tripolitania was part of the Western Roman Empire. In 431, a Germanic people called the Vandals captured Libya, but not Justinian, who was the emperor, Eastern Byzantine Emperor, as the Eastern Empire forced them out. In 533, and then in 642 to 44, the Arabs conquered what is now Libya, and during the 16th century, Libya became part of the Turkish Empire, and it remained part of the Turkish Empire for centuries, although it was a haven for pirates. However, in 1911, the Italians invaded Libya, and the Turks surrendered Libya to Italy in 1912. However, resistance from the people of Libya continued for many years after, and until 1922 the Italians only controlled the coastal regions. However, the fascist regime of Italy was determined to subdue all of Libya, and by 1932 it was controlled the whole country, and the conquest of Libya by Mussolini's Italy was extremely brutal, and as a result many Libyans died, as Mussolini encouraged Italians to emigrate to Libya. In 1939 there were about 150,000 Italians living in the country, and then in 1940 Italy joined the Second World War on Germany's side, and Italian forces based in Libya fought for the British in Egypt. However, in 1943 the British took Libya, and after all Libya was controlled by the British and French, and a peace treaty of 1947 Italy gave up all claims to Libya, and then in 1949 a UN decree that Libya must become independent by the 1st of January 1952, and a constitution was drawn up for Libya, and Mohammed Idris al-Sanusi was chosen to be king, as King Idris I declared Libya independent on the 24th of December 1951, so a couple of days early, like a week early at best. And at first Libya was an impoverished country, but it changed forever in 1959 when oil was discovered, as oil brought new wealth to the country. And by the mid-60s, Libya was one of the more important oil-producing countries in the world. And on the 1st of September 1969, Muammar Gaddafi came onto the scene as he led a group of army officers He staged a coup in Libya and monarchy was abolished, and as Gaddafi became a dictator of Libya and remained in power for 42 years. And in 1984 the UK broke off diplomatic relations with Libya after a policewoman was killed outside a Libyan embassy in London. And in 1986 a bomb exploded in a German nightclub, and the USA believed that the Libyans were involved with the bombing, and so they bombed Libya. In 1992 and 93 the UN imposed sanctions on Libya because of its involvement in destroying a passenger plane over Lockerbie in 1988. Which is still kind of relevant and all, as it's helped bring in safety measures and all that are still in place today. But in 1999 Gaddafi finally surrendered 2 men suspected of involvement, and the UN sanctions were suspended but not formally lifted until 2003. Meanwhile, in 1999 the Italian government apologised for the brutal conquest of Libya decades earlier, like 1911, 1912. But in 2011 there was a revolution in Libya, and as a result Gaddafi was killed. And in the early 21st century Libya was still dependent on oil. But it still has large oil reserves, but suffers from high unemployment and currently kind of like a civil war. That's kind of been quiet and all. The population stands at somewhere around 6.6 million. The legend is going to be kind of talking about Morocco a bit and the Berber culture and folklore. As a Berber Houch or Awash dance is a part of Moroccan Berber culture and folklore. Houch, known as a dance of a village, is a popular music and dance from the High Atlas and the Anti-Atlas Mountains, performed by the Berbers. And yes, the Berbers were also from reach as far away as India and not as India, Libya. As lyrics are always in Berber language, in a Tashahit dialect, which is spoken in southwestern Morocco, although it exists in its purest form in the region of Igreka, located in Tatar. The word Ahouch means group dances in Berber, and dances related to one another, poetic improvisation, individual and group singing in Tashahit, through rhythmic alternating from fast to slow. And a Houch dance and music bring together villages, tribes, Tagbilit in Berber, usually a group of small villages. Families are the most important moments of life. Now it is part of the celebration and social life of Berbers, and is danced by men and women, singing who dance and sing in harmony. Sometimes by only women, sometimes by just the men, but they always do it in groups and all. And in the beginnings it was with an improvisation sung solo in shrill voice, and then the men and women in chorus sing songs about love, celebrating nature or events, with the rest of the tribe drumming, clapping, stomping to the rhythm and all the movements. And musicians played at the centre of the dance, standing or crouching, playing the bendir or talunt, which is a framed drum around 15 inches, whose skin was stretched first over fire. As the pace of the music accelerates, dancers initially motionless begin to move slowly with a slight swaying of the shoulders and hips in a circle. As a wash is a specific dance, details can change from village to village, and the small features are like colour of clothing, hat styles and jewellery worn by ladies are all incorporated to signal which region or town the performers represent. And Houch can be seen during live Moroccan Museums festival, which usually happen in summer season, And if you're lucky enough to be invited to a traditional Berber wedding celebration, you'll get a chance to see the Berber dance and all. And yeah. And even some restaurants in Marrakesh can have live performances of it, the Berber dance. And yeah, and that is Libya with a slight hint of Morocco in it. And yeah, I'll see you all very shortly for the next country today, which is Yemen. So yeah, I'll see you all in a moment or two. And yeah, bye for now.